Rated M for mature.
The Sniper Elite series has come a long way. From the mechanical simplicity of Sniper Elite 1 to the vast, complex maps of Sniper Elite 5, and even the incredible immersion of Sniper Elite VR, the series has been overhauled, improved, and refined with each entry over the course of its 20-year history. It's what makes the series great, and it's probably why it has managed to keep its fans happy for so long. And now, to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Sniper Elite series, we take a look back at the 2 decades of adventures with Carl Fairburn, Harry Hawker, and the elites that supported them across their missions. It's time to appreciate the journey the series has been on, to observe the many ways it has changed over time, from the war-torn streets of Berlin to the breathtaking natural beauty of France. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join us for the evolution of Sniper Elite. This is the original Sniper Elite game, the one that started it all. As the first entry of the series, Sniper Elite did a couple of pretty important things. It introduced us to a series protagonist, Carl Fairburn, and it established the franchise's core gameplay. Without it, we wouldn't have any of the awesome Sniper Elite content we have today. I mean, who wants to live in that world? Sniper Elite was released in 2005 and put us in the tightly laced combat boots of OSS operative Carl Fairburn. Carl is dropped into the middle of the Battle of Berlin disguised as a German sniper and tasked with a very important mission: prevent powerful, possibly tide-turning Nazi tech from falling into the wrong hands. For any number of people, this would have been a terrifying assignment. But for Carl Fairburn, it was just another day at the office. Video games that took place during World War II weren't uncommon in the early 2000s, but Sniper Elite set itself apart from the rest as soon as you pick up a rifle, thanks to its inclusion of realistic ballistics simulations. Bullet drop through the pull of gravity, wind, and even Carl's own breathing all affect the accuracy of your shots in Sniper Elite. Since sniper rifles aren't known for being particularly quiet, the game also included a mechanic called sound masking. This allowed players to hide their shots and avoid enemy detection by timing them with louder noises like explosions. With these features, Sniper Elite established a series precedent for realism and satisfying shooting mechanics that continue to be the core of the experience, allowing players to feel the weight and impact of being a true sniper. The added challenge means that not every shot will land, but for the ones that do, the player is rewarded with what has become this series' shining staple feature: the cinematic slow-motion kill cam. Both the ballistic simulations and the iconic kill cam were impressive for the PS2 generation, and when you combine those with Sniper Elite's gritty gameplay, presentation, and story, you can believe that it made quite an impression, especially when you took all of those features online for 8-player competitive matches. 7 years later, the first game's winning formula was improved by a new engine, better graphics, and a brand new Carl Fairburn, with the release of a long-awaited follow-up, Sniper Elite V2. The sequel also takes place during the Battle of Berlin, but it follows a very different Carl from the one we saw previously. He's gravelly voiced,
"You're hit. Let me take a look."
roguishly handsome, and on an eerily similar critical mission for the Allies. Under orders from both the SOE and OSS, his mission is to eliminate a group of scientists involved with the creation of a Nazi wonder weapon, the V2 rocket, and accomplish this before the Red Army can take the technology for themselves. Given the similar story and setting, Sniper Elite V2 actually acts as a kind of reboot to the franchise, a necessary step considering so much time had passed since the first game, and the new one was on an entirely different generation of hardware. Thankfully, those very same reasons also allowed Sniper Elite V2 to take a massive leap in terms terms of graphical fidelity and gameplay options. One of those new gameplay options was an awesome collection of online co-op and competitive multiplayer modes. For the first time in the series, two friends could connect online to play through the entire campaign together, or watch each other's backs in several unique modes. Kill Tally, a horde mode where two players defend an area against wave after wave of enemies and vehicles with unlimited ammo and explosives. Bombing Run. Players race against the clock to search an area for parts they can use to repair an escape vehicle while fighting off enemies. Overwatch. One player acts as a field agent and completes objectives, while the second acts as a sniper who covers them throughout the mission. The competitive multiplayer side of things had your standard deathmatch modes and a unique mode called Dog Tag Harvest, but it also included a few that were made specifically for elite snipers. Distance King. The sniper who scores the longest distance kill wins. No Cross. Team Deathmatch, where a map is split down the middle and each team sticks to their respective sides with a no man's land in the middle. This mode only allows for long-range sniper kills, which is perfect for Sniper Elite. Aside from awesome multiplayer modes, V2 also added an extra layer of immersion to the first game's kill cam, thanks to the intricate, visceral X-ray system that has given us so many wonderfully painful clips over the years. Watching the effects of your carefully calculated shots as they rip through the enemies really added a powerful element to the Sniper Elite gameplay experience, one that has come to define the series over the years. Since Sniper Elite V2's release in May 2012, we've thankfully never had to go more than a few years without some kind of Sniper Elite game. The Nazi Zombie Army spin-off series, also starring Carl, began in 2013. But in 2014, the next mainline Sniper Elite game dropped. The rest of the Sniper Elite series' evolution is coming right up, but now is your chance to join the ranks of the elite. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and snipe that notification icon to make sure you never miss out on awesome Sniper Elite content. It helps us out a ton and ensures that we're able to keep making the videos you love. Thanks for your support. Now, back to the video. Sniper Elite 3 Africa. SE3 marked the first major change in location for the franchise, exchanging the gloomy brown and grays of war-torn Berlin for the bright, sunny battlefields of World War II's North African theater. Despite being the third entry in the series, this game also turns back the clock a few years for its setting. While V2 took place at the end of World War II, this one takes place in June 1942, specifically the end of the Battle of Gazala. This time around, Carl is given even bigger missions that take place in much larger sandbox environments. As he navigates new desert environments and ominous facilities, his ultimate goal is to cause major issues for the Nazis by stopping the villain Franz Valen and shutting down his evil secret plot. Carl Fairbairn's third outing also expands and improves the stealth system, as well as the X-ray kill cam, further solidifying the mechanics at the heart of the series. When sneaking around, a new eye icon at the lower left of the screen served as a visibility meter, closing when you were well hidden and opening when enemies could see you more easily. Enemy alert status indicators also improved the player's ability to avoid detection. As for the kill cam, this entry to the series applied the slow motion X-ray effects to vehicle engines, which created exhilarating slow motion explosions after successful shots. Additionally, multi-kills got the X-ray treatment for each kill after the first one, and the level of intricate detail in those gory cinematics were also greatly increased. In terms of multiplayer and co-op, Sniper Elite 3 included deeper competitive modes with customizable characters and weapon loadouts, and it brought back the Overwatch co-op mode as well as a renewed version of Kill Tally called Survival, a horde mode that pits 1 or 2 players against 15 waves of enemies on 2 different maps. From here, another sequel in the franchise was announced in March 2016 and released in February 2017, Sniper Elite 4. Taking place in 1943 Italy, Sniper Elite 4 really swings for the fences. This chapter begins with Carl being sent to the island of San Celini, where the Allies believe he can find information about the Nazis' newest wonder weapon. As his mission unfolds, Carl meets new friends, defeats new enemies, and even works with the Sicilian Mafia. Yeah, Sniper Elite 4 goes places. It also represents another evolutionary leap for the series. Designed with the intention of being a sniper paradise, the environments of Sniper Elite 4 are bigger, denser, and feature far more verticality than anything in the previous entries. The Sniper Elite community started to get really serious about long shots after this one, and it's easy to see why. There are just so many options. And that's not all. Rebellion also reworked the animation and traversal system, greatly improving the gameplay experience and immersion for Sniper Elite 4. The X-ray system got a major upgrade of its own too, expanding to include both melee and explosive kills. Instead of being locked to rifle kills on human and vehicle targets, Sniper Elite 4 rewarded players for getting in close and personal for stealth kills. Shooting explosive barrels is an ancient video game pastime, but watching the shrapnel from those explosions rip and tear through enemy flesh and bone makes it even more awesome. While players continued to enjoy Sniper Elite 4, the following years saw the release of Zombie Army 4 and the ultra-immersive Sniper Elite VR. After that, in May 2022, Sniper Elite 5 France. For this mission, Carl is dropped into 1944 France with a battalion of Army Rangers just before Operation Overlord. Before too long, he discovers a Nazi plot called Project Kraken, being led by Abelard Mahler, a new Nazi megalomaniac who soon finds himself in Carl's sights. Sniper Elite 5 was the first game in the series to be created from the ground up with the power of current generation consoles in mind, and Rebellion definitely took advantage of that extra horsepower. The studio went to great lengths to create more massive, authentic environments, filled with enemies, interactables, and plenty of different ways to get around and tackle objectives, giving players more freedom than ever before. Maps like Spy Academy are absolutely huge, packed with detail and incredibly fun to play through. And with new abilities like ziplining and slope sliding, he can get around them faster than ever. The goal of creating the ultimate sniper paradise wasn't just met in Sniper Elite 5. Rebellion over-delivered. Other gameplay improvements include deep weapon customization, an even further enhanced kill cam that now works with SMGs and pistols, and the introduction of focus, an in-game skill that illustrates Carl's sharpened battle senses by allowing players to track and tag enemies through walls. There is also, of course, the new anxiety-inducing PvP mode, Invasion. Now, during a single-player mission, another live player can invade your game as an enemy sniper with a single objective: eliminate Carl Fairburn. Yeah, and as if that wasn't enough, they also have all of the enemies on the map on their side. It's a diabolically tense and competitive game mode that has really resonated with the community and resulted in countless exhilarating cat and mouse matches. Aside from being the ultimate test of a Sniper Elite player's skills in the heat of battle, Invasion has also provided the community with a ton of extra replay value. Fans regularly jump back into Sniper Elite 5 even after completing the campaign just to mess with other players, unlock special weapons and character skins, and level up their Invasion mode characters. In short, Sniper Elite 5 is currently the culmination of everything that people love about the series. Outside of 2023's Sniper Elite VR Winter Warrior, that's almost the entire evolution of the Sniper Elite franchise. Now, let's take a look at the most recent entry to the series, Sniper Elite Resistance. Carl Fairburn's mission across France to stop Project Kraken might be the last time we saw the most recognizable Sniper Elite. But little did we know that there was another one fighting for freedom in another part of France at the same time. This is Sniper Elite Resistance, the latest installment in the franchise and the first one to ever feature a different protagonist. The mission to aid the French resistance and prevent the Nazis from rolling out their Kleine Blume chemical weapon was led by Carl's fellow SOE operative, Harry Hawker, a recurring character who has appeared in supporting roles for most of the series' history. Not this time, though. Harry took point on this operation, and he brought with him a natural progression of Sniper Elite 5's refined gameplay. That means everything that made Sniper Elite 5 great is in full effect, but Resistance packs a few new features as well. Throughout its campaign, Sniper Elite Resistance took us to several unique scenic locations across southern France. Each of these maps was designed to continue the series' heritage of large-scale, open sniper playgrounds. And man, did they pull that off again. The sprawling village, towering church, and the surrounding fortifications of Dead Drop give the high points of Sniper Elite 5 a run for their money. And that's only the second mission. As the story unfolded, we also met new memorable characters like Querion and crossed several more names off our kill list. Sniper Elite Resistance also introduced us to a brand new game mode called Propaganda Missions. Assignments that put players in the shoes of French resistance fighters to complete objectives under specific sets of conditions. These new missions put our elite skills to the test and ensured that we didn't only get to fight alongside the resistance, we got to be the resistance. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the entire evolution of the Sniper Elite series up to 2025. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for even more awesome Sniper Elite content. And let us know down in the comments what features you want to see in Sniper Elite as the series continues to evolve. Thanks again, and we'll see you sharpshooters in the next one. Rebellion is celebrating 20 years of Sniper Elite with a brand new product range. Visit the Rebellion shop to discover official 20th anniversary t-shirts, mugs, and other goodies.